Hey, welcome to Comic-Con 2025, live from the Beats Media Room here in the 7th Galaxy from the Last Luminians. I am Heidi MacDonald, the editor-in-chief of the Beat, and I'm here with returning the Energon Universe crew, Robert Kirkman, Josh Williamson, Sean Makowitz. You have been slaying it for the last year with these comics about wonderful toys that people love. So.
Heidi, I'm here with a Beat exclusive announcement.
Holy
Why
crap.
are you doing
now,
Dan Mora, Josh Williamson, and Jim Lee are all exclusive to Skybound as of right now.
Okay. Hot.
None of that is true.
Hot. Okay. Robert.
Robert is punking
That
you
was
right
fun.
now.
I know, it was.
I am exclusive to no one.
I'm supposed to not laugh when he says things like this, by the way. I've been told that
Okay,
my
if you want to
laughter-
start over, I'll behave.
I am
Keep
exclusive
this
to
in
no
for
one.
the
Robert
extended
is just
edition.
trying to drum up drama.
What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah, that's what Robert always
No,
does.
you know what?
Get outta
Let's
here.
ask these two. What's Robert
Sure.
Kirkman really like? You should.
This is not a thing he doesn't do. Like, this is Robert. You were getting the real Robert. Right?
Yeah, he's somewhere
There's
between
no-
this and then the bus driver's gonna hit him, Robert. Like you,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
pretty
Right,
accurate.
right.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's
actually, when
just-
you call on the phone, you are a little different on the phone. When you're here, when you call me on the phone, and
You want to be a
are
little more
different.
reserved?
Yeah.
Well, that's probably because I'm calling you when I'm tired.
No, I've always wondered. I've always been
Huh.
like, did you wake up from a nap?
Huh.
Do you nap?
No, I do not nap.
No.
I don't think so.
At least
you-
not
you'll-
deliberately.
You call to check in on like a Friday. You'll call on a Friday
Huh.
to be like, how you doing? What's going
That's
on?
when he doesn't want to write.
So,
Am I the distraction? When
no,
you
no,
call
no,
me? Are you the
Josh.
distraction from
Josh,
work?
I hear the note, and I will be more obnoxious next time we speak on the phone.
Oh no.
Now that you're exclusive to Skybound, I am here
I am
to
not. I
make
am
you happy.
exclusive. I am exclusive to no one.
He's got a couple carve-outs.
more
When
Superman.
you- By the way, Josh Williamson-
When you
Yeah.
call, I
Yeah.
am, and you're really nice. I am like,
You're
what?
like, oh no.
What? Yeah, I am. It's funny when you're like this. I'm like, yeah, I know you. But when you call and you are very nice on the phone, I'm always like, here we go. Like,
right.
what happened?
Okay.
No, so if you just keep it, you're good. You're
Good. No,
I'm more used
no.
to this version.
No,
of
it
you.
is.
You call
It is
me
going to be
nice.
madness next time we are on. the phone.
Yeah. So
just
Sean,
you
So
wait.
Sean, is this dissension behind the scenes at the Energon team? Is this really what you're dealing with at this
This is
time?
the
really started-
lifeblood of the Energon universe that keeps things moving forward, that makes the books
So
exciting.
how do you
Sorry.
juggle this? I mean, how do you wrangle this?
Well,
knows-
I
never
hired
has his own
Ben
room
Abernathy
together.
away from DC and assigned him to be
deal
the
with
editor of the Energon
yeah, you
Universe.
say here's
Yeah.
the problems. We need a problem solver. This kind
Yeah,
of
Ben's one of the nicest men in comics, and
Yes.
Robert makes him rage fit.
And you should have paused there. Like Ben's one of the nicest people in comics, and Robert is.
Yeah.
I see it
works with him.
sometimes. Sometimes I'm talking to Ben Abernathy and I can see in his eyes that he doesn't care for me.
Wow.
And that's okay.
Yeah. Well,
Can we move on? I'm starting to feel attacked.
Okay.
This went poorly.
Oh boy! Well, you were the one who started it, my friend. Okay,
That's true.
Well, you know what?
That's true.
Let's cool things down a little bit.
Sure.
What is your hottest geek take? What is your geek hot take? Just come on.
I don't think there's anything
Speed
hot.
Racer is one of the best movies ever made.
Which one?
Speed Racer, one of the best
Oh,
movies ever
that's
made.
not a hot
That
take
is not a hot
anymore,
take. That is.
You know what? That was a hot take 20 years
Yes,
ago.
it
It still
was.
counts.
Maybe in that
Yeah.
one.
Still counts. It's come around. That's not a hot take
No,
anymore.
it's a beloved classic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, 20 years ago, yes.
Okay.
I feel like my only hot take is like 40 years old. I don't like Star Trek 4.
All right. If you have
That's all I
not
got for
seen,
you.
Oh,
if you have
boy.
not
That's it.
seen
It's
Guy
not my
Ritchie's King Arthur with Charlie Hunnam, it is also top tier movie.
Yeah.
Absolutely excellent. I can't wait for that one to come around in another
Are
2
you?
years
is
and not
this-
be a hot take.
Are you serious about this?
I'm 100% serious.
Okay.
That movie is insanely amazing.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
actually an interesting take.
Did you know that movie opens with an opening? We're going to talk about the Energon universe in a minute.
Yeah.
I'm
We're
just
getting-
disassociated right
No,
now.
that movie opens with a battle involving 12-story tall elephants. Have you not seen this movie? Did you know that?
No, but you.
They sold it
you're
like it was
so-
like this boring King Arthur movie. It is as good as a Lord of the Rings movie. It's
Wow.
insane.
Okay.
It's insane.
All right.
It's
Well-
got giant bats. It's got a huge snake. Any movie that's got a huge snake,
Yeah.
I'm into it.
All right,
Speaking of
I-
huge
Is
snakes,
there gonna be a big snake?
Cobra
Yeah.
Commander.
I'm so glad you brought it all the way around.
It's a
Yeah.
huge
so, well,
focus
Cobra Commander.
to
the
Yeah, tell us
upcoming
what's
Dreadnought
going,
War.
What's going on with?
Are we
Cobra
allowed to talk
Commander?
about that now? I guess we're announcing it today. Is
Sure,
this
man.
live?
Yeah, by
You're
the time
fine.
this goes up,
Oh,
it'll
yeah.
that'll be in a
Yeah.
collected edition.
No. Yeah, we're gonna do a story called Dreadnought War. Yeah, it's about Cobra Commander. He gets Destro tries to kill Cobra Commander by sticking the Dreadnoks after him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the only person that can possibly save Cobra Commander is Duke.
That's going to be great.
Oh,
yeah, it'll be
boys.
really fun. It's going to be very Mad Max. They're in the middle of this massive desert, and the two of them are trying to find their way out of this desert while we have like hundreds of Dreadnoks chasing after them. It's going to be really awesome.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
speaking
Tom Riley's
of-
doing it. It's
Speaking
rad.
of exclusives, we'll be revealing today that actually Tom Riley is exclusive to Skybound.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
He's been
Yeah.
instrumental
He really is, yes.
in
Awesome.
there we go.
Yeah,
The
no,
Energon
he's
universe and-
absolutely excellent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's rad. He's doing really killer work in it. I mean, there's stuff in the Dreadnought War that is insane. Like, there's a part where Duke and Cobra Commander, their truck gets destroyed, and they start jumping from Dreadnought vehicle. They're making their way through, taking out Dreadnoughts together before they land on the same one. And with Tom, I kind of told him what I was thinking, but I knew Tom. I was like, he's gonna do whatever he wants, and it's gonna be awesome. So I was just like, all I want you to do is make it so they go from one truck to another truck. You do what you're gonna do, and he did this amazing 4-page sequence of them doing that. It is beautiful.
do
But
you,
yeah, Tom is great.
do you, Josh, when you write, do you always have the artist in mind? Like, do you write for specific artists?
I have
or-
to.
Yeah.
And I try to talk to him.
Yeah.
Get on a Zoom if I know him. But I'm really lucky. I've known Tom for a while, and so he and I are able to talk and text and stuff. But I very much write for him.
Yeah.
If any artist, I try to I don't think I can write the script until I know who it is. I just talk to him first. I don't like writing blind because I write. It's a letter to them. So it's like I'm talking to them. The script is. It's interesting. Obviously, I there's notes in there for Sean and for Ben and stuff like that.
notes.
Yeah, there's little things that I put in there, little stuff for them. But it really is a letter to them. So if I don't know that person at all, I've never talked to them, it's always a little challenging. So I try to make sure I know who that person is before I really put pen to paper
Yeah.
because I know what they're gonna do. And also I want to be there's funny there's some artists. I was talking to an artist the other day. And I just asked, what do you want to draw? What do you not want to draw? And I knew what she was going to say. She was like, I don't want to draw horses.
Yeah, that's always.
And
the
I
worst.
was like, well,
Yeah.
Jamal Campbell, he actually likes to draw horses.
Oh.
So I made a script that was a story just for him that had horses in it. But, so with Tom, it's I know what Tom likes, some of his strengths, and he loves fight scenes and action scenes. And he's really, he's so creative and so smart and thoughtful that
you-
it's with him, Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, Sean, do you find an artist, you say, hey, do you like robots? And you're like, you're hired.
No, he does draw a mean robot. Tom, he was a guy that we wanted to work with for years and never had the right project. And then when we hired him for Duke, his style had changed. He actually worked on some Superman with Josh.
We were doing a Creator Own book together that we just never finished because of we were working on a Creator Own book a long time ago, and we didn't finish it because of the pandemic. There was some stuff with that. But then I remember he called me or he emailed me. He was like, I just got offered to do The Thing, and I love The Thing. I should do The Thing. And I was like, you know what? I understand. You should go do The Thing. I swear to you,
What
I thought he was doing John Carpenter's The Thing. It took me. It wasn't until the book was announced that I realized he was talking about Ben Grimm. I thought he was doing John
That
Carpenter's
would be
The Thing.
rad. I would rather read that.
That's why I was like, hey man, you know what? You do that. I totally support that. And so we've always talked, and we went to New York Comic Con a few years ago. You had already offered Duke to him, and he and I were at New York Comic Con together. And we just walked Artist Alley together, talking about it and being like, hey, we've always wanted to work together. There's always been some kind of hurdle or something. Now's the opportunity. Do you want to do it? And he was like, yeah, I think I do. And I was like, I want you to. So that's what led to him saying yes to Duke. And then he's awesome.
Yeah.
He
No,
really
it's-
is
it's-
super talented.
It's been about also finding new artists. Andre Milano who did Cobra Commander is
Love him.
alternating. It's
Yeah.
just that. I think it's a big point of the success of the Energon universe. That it's not people that you've seen in other books time after time.
But
Yeah.
I mean, it is true. I mean, we had DWJ here last year, and
Up and comer.
oh, yeah,
himself.
but,
Yeah,
but I pointed out, really, it was only a few years ago that you went in Artist Alley and he was just sitting there selling his art for $100 a page. I mean, that really was not that long ago.
Yep.
And,
No, not at all.
there's the talent. I mean, no offense, we have two really excellent writers sitting here, but there are certain
It
factions.
is the artist. I agree.
It is that
Yeah.
no, you know what
Wholeheartedly
you know what
agree.
I'm saying, the art.
No, it's a visual medium.
Yeah, and there for some reason, artists were not put on top billing for a
Yep.
while, and I think they should get equal billing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Well,
No, yeah.
And I think with Energon, obviously,
Yeah.
It's
putting-
after Image Comics was founded,
Oh,
the two
yes.
companies made a concerted effort to keep artists down to prevent that from ever happening
Well,
again.
okay.
We can discuss these facts, but go ahead.
this,
I was
no,
once
this is
told-
actually, I'm not going to object to that.
here,
That is
Sean,
I
go
was
ahead.
once told by a former editor-in-chief that the day comics were ruined was when they put creators' names on the front cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I like this
No.
person. But,
No,
you know.
no. I Yeah.
I was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
that's.
Well, I feel like
I like this monster, so I shall.
Yes.
I feel like
Go
we
ahead.
are seeing comics are doing very well in spite of some of the outside factors that are, mitigating.
Yeah.
With the, obviously where there's been,
No, I mean,
distribution wars and all
comics
that.
is a print
Yeah.
periodical
Yeah.
that is still flourishing to a certain extent
Yeah.
in most cases, and that is remarkable.
But I think
Yeah.
finding these artists,
Yeah.
like you're saying, is
Yeah.
what is driving it. I mean, I think it's the fact that are so many amazing artists who are doing, great work, and just, hey, let's put this top artist on these beloved characters with some good scripts. But it's like, it looks spectacular, and that's really keeping the interest up there.
I think we have taste, and that's driving the stuff, and that's why, like, Jorge Corona is someone that we knew for years. Did I know he could draw
So
robots
good.
this well? No, absolutely not.
Right.
But, like,
Yeah.
I believe in his ability, and he's, is he the, I don't know. Yeah,
He's an amazing storyteller.
amazing.
Jorge is
Yeah.
really good. Like I worked with him on some stuff years ago, and it was one of those things where you're like, this dude like gets it. It's just he's a really amazing storyteller, and he will push. That's the thing with all these artists we've been working with. It's like you kind of give them, something. It's like you give them a small set piece, and then they're turning like Lawrence of Arabia every time. It's these gigantic scope, and you're like, holy crap, yeah, good job.
Yeah.
So
They
it's
just want to
been
ask for more
awesome.
pages to get more money. I understand.
Yeah. Yes, because they want to spend more
Can I
time.
get 2 more pages? I really need 2 more pages for this, but we usually
Yeah.
say yes. So.
Yeah.
So what, let's see, who have you met here at Comic-Con that really impressed you?
I met here at Comic-Con
Yeah.
that really impressed me.
That you were like,
Met
wow.
for the first time.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I met Todd McFarlane for the first time here. That was fun. He was,
Today?
yeah, just today. Just today.
I thought you were saying today. So
No,
it was
I
like,
just mean I'm trying to get some
Yeah,
comment
just
like
in
like
history.
when you
Yeah,
were like,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
my god, and you had that Comic-Con moment. You're
Yeah,
like, wow.
I met Stan Lee here. That was amazing.
I was telling the story last night. Image had an event 7 years ago where they brought creators, and I guess I was the only editor there, to meet with librarians, and I got sat across from Eduardo Riso and his son, and it was just like one of the best dinners I've ever had, because he's one of my favorite artists and is also just like an amazing person.
Yeah,
So
he's
that was like I always think of
level,
that
yeah.
first.
Yeah, God tier.
I'll probably say the first time I met Grant Morrison. Like the first time I met him here, I had gotten here. I was only going to be here for the Sunday. This is a long time ago, and I'd only could be here for the Sunday. And I got lost trying to get into the convention center. I didn't have my badge yet, and I got on the other side of the convention center somehow. And I was at the back door, and I was like, "Where do I get the badges? Where can I get my badge?" And the security guard said, "If you cut through the floor, you just go to the other side, and the badge registers on the other side." And I was like, "Okay." So I'm walking through with my backpack through the floor, and I stopped in the middle, and I saw Grant Morrison was signing, and I was like, if I never leave this room, I'll be fine. I don't need my badge. I just have to never leave this room. And so I went and I waited in line for Grant, and I'm a huge Grant fan, and so I had all of these Grant comics with me, and I was like, sign everything here, and then Grant was signing everything, and then I was like, I have everything you've ever done, except for one thing. I was like, I don't have a copy of Aztec 10. And then Grant looked up at me and he said, if I knew you were coming, I would have brought it for you. And it was such a nice...
So I will
You know.
tell a Grant Morrison story because he is a delightful human being. They are a delightful human being. I was at the Hyatt bar early in my Comic-Con coming days, very young, full of life, kinder. Anyway,
Less jaded.
and there was a fan. There was a fan that had gotten an autograph from me earlier that was at the bar, and he was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And I was talking to him and chatting, and he goes, Grant Morrison's sitting over there, and we have been buying him beer for the last 2 hours in the hopes that he would notice us, and he is just ignoring us, and it's just so upsetting. And I was like, I bet he's not doing that. And so I didn't know Grant, and I walked over there, and I was like, Grant, hey, I'm very sorry to bother you, but apparently these guys over here have been buying you beer for like the last 2 hours, and they were wanting to say hi to you. And he was like, I was wondering where those were coming from, and got up and went over and talked to them, and I left, and he was still over there chatting and telling them stories and stuff, and it was really cool because it was nice seeing somebody at his level,
Right.
their level, that does that. It's very
Yeah,
cool.
Grant is really, I will say, when you meet them, it really does, he's on a different plane.
Yeah.
He definitely,
Yeah.
whatever method they used, he taps into that other level, and you
Yeah.
feel it when you talk to them.
Yeah, very,
Absolutely.
very generous, very
Yeah.
generous.
Yeah.
I've spoken to Grant on the phone a few times and had very, amazing advice and perspective on things from
So,
Grant.
so
But
will
yeah.
Grant Morrison write Transformers? Is that?
Oh,
what-
dude, that would be.
We are announcing here today, exclusively, I am taking over Transformers
Well,
with
it's
issue
Heidi's
25.
idea. It was
and
Heidi's idea.
Grant is taking over with issue 26. And Ben Abernathy is so thrilled.
I mean, I take credit for that idea. Let Grant
Yeah,
Morrison
sure.
write it. That is
Yeah.
my idea for everything.
It'll be awesome.
Yeah. So, anyway, all right. Well, we've ranged very far afield. But
Great.
congratulations on the continued success
Yeah.
of Energon going on.
Thank you
Really
so
cool
much.
stuff here at Comic-Con. And, thanks for stopping by. It's always a pleasure
awesome.
to have
Thank you so
guys.
much. If I can talk to this camera right here, Grant Morrison coming to Transformers, and Jim Lee, give me a call.
Comic-Con, signing out. Hey, thanks for watching us on the Beats YouTube channel, coming to you from the 7 Galaxies.
Smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe.